Hey guys, Infidel1258 here. Today I want to share with you a conversation that I had with Saucy Jay. He's a friend of my channel, and also he was hanging out with me at Splinterlands TV on Twitch on Friday night. And in this conversation, we're going to talk about gold foil monsters, why they're a unique opportunity now, what he's been doing financially to acquire them as rapidly and as en masse as possible, and even what my vision is for doing that as well. So this is all about gold foil cards and the unique opportunity that they represent in 2022. So I hope that sounds exciting, and if it is, stick around, stay tuned, like and subscribe. Before we get into it, my name is Dwayne Cunningham. I go by Infidel1258. Drop your comments below, leave questions, and I will answer them from time to time. If you leave your IGN on those comments, I will send a thank you afterwards. Okay guys, have an amazing day. God bless.
Yeah, I've been buying up cards, man.
Yeah, like you said, legendary gold foils, hey?
Yeah. So I was still missing a few of the level 10 commons for the Chaos Legion, so I wrapped up the rest of that today. And then I was in this weird position where I'm just trying to give the Mamacita account all my gold foils, and so she doesn't have a lot of the epic ones that I have because she's taken all my power. She's literally zapped me of all my power. So Saucy accounts at like 500. I have 1 million power almost on my account.
Yeah.
The Saucy account right now is at like, let me see what Mamacita's at actually. Mamacita's sitting at 380,000. And it's only silver level cards. And then for the Saucy account, I'm barely at 500,000. Actually, now I'm at 527 since I bought. So I can actually delegate some epics to her, at least a couple of them. So I'm going to do that while we're chatting. But yeah, I bought up. So I've bought the legendary gold foils Chaos Legion cards that had meaningful pickups at level 2.
Okay.
Right. So which ones did I just buy? Let me go take a look at this. So I ended up buying River from the Water, Riven Hellendale for the Inspire, or the for the Inspire. I thought that was great for water.
Super good.
Brightwing in the Life for the Resurrect, which was good. I picked up Carnage Titan just because the plus melee, so he goes from 2 to 3, which is good, especially with Demoralize. And I think that's it. I already had a few of the other ones.
So and those are all gold foils.
Yeah, those are all gold foils that I bought today.
Wow, good for you. Yeah, man, I think you're gonna be super pleased with those as big wins in the long run. I am so confident that gold foils are currently undervalued, and I think all you have to do is come over here and look at compare and gold foil versus regular. Hang on, that's not true. Fresh. Compare gold foil versus regular. So we're looking at like some of these cards, 6x, 7x, 8x, 9x. These are multipliers from like the differential between regular foil and gold foil costs. So like giant squid, regular BCX one is $1.90, and the gold foil equivalent is $11. So, but you need, so that's like roughly 6x. But it's not even 6x, because if you really understand that, like the giant squid requires, I don't know, maybe 10. You probably need 4 or 5 copies to make it a level 2 or whatever. So the gold foil equivalent is the same, and so there's like a minuscule differential between gold foil and regular right now in some cases, and I really think like a 50x is from this measurement is probably like where we end up in the future, and that's where we were before Chaos Legion launched, before Untamed sold out, before all the new reward cards, like before this massive influx of new cards. And maybe, okay, I'm gonna actually raise a caveat to my own argument because I think it's worth unpacking. I believe gold foils are going to be way more valuable, and they're going to grow in magnitude over the regular foil equivalents. And I think 50 to 100x is going to be possible from for the gold foil of good cards versus the gold foil, those same regular foils. But If I'm wrong, I think it's going to be because there might be too many new cards coming on all the time. Like maybe, Rift Watchers is launching soon. And then I
Yeah.
don't know if they're going to do another booster pack in 2023 or if they're going to skip that year because they just sold Chaos Legion because they didn't do Untamed. It sold across almost 2 years. So maybe they're just going to wait until Chaos Legion sells out and then they'll talk about doing another one. If there's any period of time in there where we don't really have booster packs available, card market will go crazy again. And I actually think we see a separation because there's so much new value with holding gold foils because of the R share bonuses, because of the tournaments that are available and how big they pay out. And because historically gold foils were so much more expensive than the regular foil equivalents. I think you're going to be super happy in the coming months.
Yeah, that's my exit. That's where I plan to take, because Saucy, I want to play that account, right? I like the game, I want to play it. So Mamacita is going to be the take profit account, and it's going to be all those gold cards, right? When they boom, I'm gonna take my profit from that, and it'll be cool. I mean, I'm using it now to play, and it's fun, right? But that's where I want to take all the profit, because that's what I saw when I came into the system. I bought a gold foiled sandworm. I bought the gold foil. What's the flying summoner?
Bright
one
and
that gives-
Bloom.
Yeah, I bought that one gold because it was like I recognized the BCX thing, and I was like, okay, cool. It'll be like level 2 automatically. That's great. So I could see somebody else doing the same thing. Like, oh yeah. And I remember the price difference, even though it was cheaper to get the other ones. The gold was nice, and the fact that gold gets to attack first if everything else is the same is always a nice little advantage as well.
I didn't know that. That's cool. Yeah, no, I mean, like, look at this giant squid. Level 2 right there, 5 BCX. It's $9.75 to get the regular foil giant squid. But then for $18.25, so double, you can get the gold foil equivalent. Yeah, double's a lot more money. I get it. But like I say, the gold foils, they, when I say 50x, what I mean is, I should clarify because it makes it sound like I'm saying, what I mean is 1 BCX of regular foil. I believe of good cards, the gold foil equivalent will be 50x for those cards. In a future where we aren't so saturated with options to buy, because we've got Chaos Legion packs, we're going to get Rift Watchers, we've got all these new reward cards. There's so many different ways we can invest that there's only a small margin of people that are saying, I'll pay the extra premium to get gold foil cards. And that sort of small attentiveness allows the prices to be relatively close. Like double sounds like a lot, but it's not. I've seen like this is $3 for 1 BCX and it's 18 for another. That's 6x, like we said a minute ago. But yeah, they used to be 50x was very, very common. And maybe that was because it was the older cards. I don't really buy that though, because the older cards had saturated the market. Like beta packs didn't sell out right away. So everything was like to scale then. So I feel like it's like apples to apples, because in our new population, these new reward cards and the new Chaos Legion packs and booster packs feel appropriately sized for our new population. And so I think it's kind of apples to apples because the population has grown. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but I am super bullish on gold foils.
Yeah, well, you're speaking my language.
Yeah, man.
Because I'm loading up and holding. I don't sell any. There was a point in time where I was flipping. I called it panning for gold, and I was buying Chaos Legion packs, opening them all, keeping all the gold, selling everything else, and then rebuying packs, and just kept doing that all the way down. I think I started with like $3,000, and I don't remember how many packs I bought, but I just ran all the way to the ground, just trying to dig for gold.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a winning formula. You weren't the only one doing that. I heard a lot of people kind of trying that also, and seems to me like a smart little play. I didn't feel like I had the time to do it but essentially you almost took your time and invested it in that process, because that would have been, it isn't easy to go to open all the packs and then decide, even to like, sometimes you probably had to make decisions, maybe not this gold foil, or did you just keep every single gold foil?
I literally just, if it didn't matter what it was. I think towards the end I started to keep the legendary zero cost cards, because I wasn't getting a lot anyway in the other packs I had opened. So I started to keep those, but all the other legendaries I was just selling them, because it was those were the, it was weird. Like I'd go back and look at peak, because I wasn't even paying attention. I committed to the act, and I said, I'm gonna take this and this is what I'm doing. I executed on it. But then when I look back, I'm like, dang man, like like all those cards weren't even really, all the commons and the rares were barely, unless it was summoners, they weren't giving me anything, hardly anything. It was all the legendary cards that were giving me the money to buy more packs. But it was cool. I mean, I felt good about it at the end of it, because I did get a decent amount of gold cards.
I did something similar. I mean, not the same, but similar. What I was doing is I bought tons of Chaos Legion packs, and I would just sell the Chaos Legion pack back. Like I would buy it for $4 and I would sell it for $3.50, or $3.50, as close to $3.50 as I was possible. And I was taking a loss.
Yeah, you were doing that for airdrops.
Yeah, but I've got like 9,600 airdrops on this account, and so I'm getting like 17 to 20 copies of every single airdrop.
That's so nice. Yeah. It's so good.
See what's the
It's nice to know that you'll get like all the maxed out summoners as soon as they, like, you don't have to do anything.
That's the problem, is that's never enough though. Like I don't look at that and say, okay, that's good now. I look at it and be like, okay, what moves can I do to like accumulate even more of them?